Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm here with a modern league today, and I am going to be playing Blue-White Control in Modern. This deck is sweet. We got Counterspell. I've been dying to play with this, and I used to play a lot of Blue-White Control, a lot of Blue-White Stoneforge. We also have another Modern Horizons 2 card, Prismatic Ending, making waves. So yeah, this deck isn't nearly as crazy as some of the other new Modern Horizons 2 decks that are out there with like Ragavan and the food decks, Asmo, whatever that card's called, who knows. Um, but this deck is still sweet, and I'm down to play some blue-white control, and this deck is still pretty good. This is almost like blue-white planeswalkers the way I built it. But anyway, before I get too much into the deck tech, let me shout out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below. Go check out the channel. If you like my content, sub to the channel. Really appreciate it. Like this video. You can comment down below. And that helps me out. So thank you for doing that if you want to support. That's all I'm going to say. Let's get right into this deck tech and then let's get into some games. So this is just blue-white control. I did see a similar list in one of the 5-0 challenges, and I took a couple things from their list, like just playing Path and Prismatic Ending. I really liked that. I'm playing more Planeswalkers, like I said. So I think Teferi Time Raveler is really well positioned right now. And I just like thought about it, and I just wanted to play a bunch of Hero of Dominarias. I know it's a 5-drop, but with Counterspell, it's really strong, and it's just a good way to win the game. So just playing 6 Teferis, because this card is really good. Both of them are really good. But this specifically is good against all the Cascade decks shenanigans that's going on. So just playing 3 Time Ravelers. I know it's kind of a lot, but still pretty good. And then 2 Jaces here. But 25 land, which is also a lot. We're playing 4 Field of Ruin, so that's our non-basic land hate. And this is, again, this is not blue-white red control. This is just straight blue-white control. 7 fetches, couple glacials, 2 hallowed fountains. But then gets kind of cool. We have a Mystic Gate. Then we have a Ryron Triome and a Watery Grave. And look at the list. There's no black card, no red card in the list. Why? Because one, we have Prismatic Ending. If you don't know this card, 1 white and X sorcery. Exile target non-land permanent if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast this spell. So if you just play white blue, you can exile target non-land permanent if the mana value is 2 or less. So this card does some pretty cool stuff. Like just for 1 white sorcerer, you get to exile a 1-drop or a 0-drop. But you can hit stuff like Vile. This card is just really strong. You can hit the new whatever the cookbook is that goes with Asmo. You can just like also now pay 3 or 4 mana for it, or it's just really good with these extra lands. And then we also have an engineered explosives in the sideboard. But just playing a couple lands, just we play a tapped blue-white duel that also produces red. It's not that bad. Just a lot of times you have a time where you can just fetch it out, and then our endings can hit bigger things. So I think it's worth. And then just a bunch of basics. For Opt, I think this is the best card selection spell, especially when you're trying to leave up instants. 3 Snap, 4 is okay, but you can get kind of clogged on Snapcaster Mages in these blue-white decks, so 3. And then 4 Counterspell, this is definitely where you want to be. We do have 2 Planes, so 2 Planes is kind of a lot with Archmage's Charm and Counterspell, Cryptic Command. It can be kind of rough. We do have 1 Mystic Gate to try to help out. We also have 4 Field of Ruin. So these double and triple blue cards can be rough, but we also have 25 lands. And we do want white mana early for Path and Prismatic Ending. And I just don't hate having 2 planes. Again, 25 land is kind of a lot, so we're able to afford more colorless and white sources, I think, because we have so many lands. Because we still have a good number of blue sources. Because what? We have 4, 5, 6. So we still have 19 lands that produce blue, and Field of Ruin can go and get islands. So that's still a lot. And then 2 Force Negation. Honestly, it would be 3, but this card is like 105 tickets right now. So I just couldn't get. Shout out to Card Hoarder right now because they are hooking up with a pretty fat rental account. I don't own any of these cards, but at the same time, Force Negation 100 tickets, it does limit exactly what I could play. I would want 3. Not sure what I would cut for it. Could play like 1 less Teferi or something, but literally just 105 tickets. Are you insane? It's crazy. 2 Arch or 3 Archmage Charm. This card's really good. You can steal Asmo. You can just like this card's just really good right now. Um, two Jace, three Cryptic, one Verdict to clean stuff up, is another one on the board, and three Teferis. Then we just have a bunch of like pretty targeted hate in Purge and Gust, Mystical Dispute, so lots of like different colored hate. All these cards are really strong. I like Dovin's Veto, so I threw some of those in. A Dispel, a couple Timelies. Don't Leave Home Without Rest in Peace. I wanted to try the new white pro red pro black thing, but I think Rest in Peace is just better. Even with Snapcaster Mage, I think Rest in Peace is just really strong. One EE and one Verdict. So who knows? I haven't been playing much Modern. We'll see how we do, but this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's just get right into the games. Go game one. All right, welcome to round one. We're against Adam Herbie. And this hand, we can't cast anything until turn three with this hand. I mean, this hand is incredibly slow, but I still think I'm just going to keep. It's a really clunky hand, but if we can draw any early interaction, then this hand is actually pretty good. All right, opponent just cycles Street Wraith. This is probably an Asmo deck. I was also thinking Verdict would be, because we don't have early interaction, at least we have Verdict. And yeah, there's a turn one Asmo. Jeez. It's just insane. One mana 3/3 that tutors a card that combos with it. Okay. Okay, there's an opt. I was about to go Delta fetch Triome, but now I can just Delta fetch basic island and then opt. I think that's fine. So this is this new like standout card. I think the name is pretty dumb, honestly, but it's Asmore or Asmo. And then if you've discarded a card, you can cast it for one mana. And then when it enters the battlefield, you search for the cookbook and then sack two foods. Target creature deals 6 damage to itself. But it's also just like a wild Nakatl here, which is just insane. Tune into what? Troll. Okay. I'm definitely in trouble here. So I think I guess I could get Hallowed Fountain. I know I have to take some more damage, but then I have double white for Verdict already. I think I mean I do want to opt here. I guess I'll just shock. Would you like to pay 2 life? Yes. Let's opt. Just classic blue white control here, not doing anything. There's counterspell, okay. Yeah. I mean this draw wasn't honestly wasn't bad for this deck. This is kind of what we're trying to do. We just don't have a path or a prismatic ending, but we can still win this game. We can Archmage Charm steal the Asmo, and if they play a spell here, I just get to counter it. Oh god. The dreaded Urza Saga cookbook. I'm just gonna counter this. Because then I can just steal the Asmo with the Archmage Charm. Oh god, second cookbook. I think I just steal Asmo right now. Seems good to me. I guess, I mean, I have Verdict as well. I could just go, like, I mean, this can regenerate, which is pretty crazy. I could just go, like, to Fairy Bounce Asmo. I think I'm just going to steal it. I'm at 9. They do have an Urza's Saga, which is kind of problematic, but I can Verdict a bit later now. So let's just take that. I can't really do anything with it, but I just steal their 3/3, which isn't bad. And I stop them from just getting a bunch of value, basically. I guess like this doesn't really do much, but okay. They just create a food. Now they can create car instructs with the saga, which is just insane. Cycle, okay. Can also have cryptic up as early as next turn. And I have this verdict coming as well. Which again, I don't need to rush. If they discard any cards to troll, I can also just bounce it with Cryptic. I wonder if they have a Feasting Troll King coming here at some point that they're trying to set up. This Teferi Time Raveler actually seems pretty good. So they attack me down to 7. I feel like I might just pass next turn with Cryptic up. I can also just bounce a Construct, draw, which isn't bad. This returns a creature card from your graveyard to your hand for 4 tap sack. Okay, so they're just going to make a Construct here. There's an opt. Okay, just going to not attack. I'm just going to pass. They're going to make a Construct. And then they're going to make another Construct. But then that takes like all their turns here. Could even just go tap draw, and then I can go verdict, which I kind of like. Well, I would bet they're gonna make another construct. Okay, there's a familiar. It's annoying. Probably bring in Rest in Peace in this matchup, even though it's not like insane. I get drained down to 6. Can't counter that or anything. And then what do they get? Do they just get another cookbook? So they make a construct. Sure. Then they tutor another artifact. Yeah, Urza Saga just an insane card. I've seen blue-eye control decks just playing 4 Urza Sagas with some expedition maps. I think that card's just gonna have to go at some point. Cycle another Street Wraith. I hate this art on the Street Wraith. I think it's just terrible. I like this one. Okay, so now I can go tap draw. I don't know if I even really need to. I mean, I'm gonna verdict on my next turn. They can't regenerate this right now. I think tap draw is fine. I'm at 6, so tap all creatures, draw. Can even get in for 3 with my Asmo. Prismatic Ending is good. Can get rid of the Witch's Oven, perhaps. Can I go down to 4 and do that, though? Another Urza Saga. It's definitely a problem. I mean, Teferi can bounce that, but I need to verdict here, unfortunately. So I can go to 5. I mean, I can exile Witch's Oven right now. And then verdict. They also get to bring back Cat. I'm just in so much trouble. This is just tough. All right, I'm going to attack. I guess they can bring back Cat right now. Block. Block. I think that would be fine if they choose to do that. They're not going to. Okay. Let's go play Flooded Strand. Verdict. Then yeah, they're gonna try to sack Cat, create a food. And they probably won't bring Cat back till end of turn. So now I think I just exile Witch's Oven right now. It's not fantastic, but I think it's my line. Okay. It's the first time I've cast this card. So they're bringing back cat. I go to 4, and then I get attacked down to 3. But they can't keep looping cat necessarily now. They don't have a sack outlet for it. Okay, they can make constructs. I can bounce at least the first one. I might be able to stabilize here, but double Urza Saga is just a lot. Plus a turn 1 Asmo is just insane. I'm fighting, I'm fighting. There's a path, okay. Path is good. So let's go to Fairy. I don't want to just bounce Cauldron Familiar, so I think I'm just going to plus here. I don't really want to bounce Urza Saga either, because then they can just make a card construct right now and then play it and then eventually make more. I think I'm just going to plus. Path was obviously a good draw. Just going to keep grinding. They're just going to make a card construct. I can just path it. They have 3 cards in hand, 1 food in play. Unfortunately, I need to path this and not the cat. Let's just let them go to draw step because they're going to have to make another construct with all their mana here. And they discard a Feasting Troll King to make a food. So now they can discard another card to make another Feasting Troll King, and I have to path this. It's pretty brutal. And this, activate this only during your turn. Okay. Well, it doesn't actually have haste. This should have just said, like, until end of turn it gains the construct ability rather than permanently. So you couldn't make 2 constructs with it. Then it would be a fine. Then it would be a good card, but fine. Right, they're just floating a mana, so they're not making another construct. I mean, that's good for me. Oh, they get Witch's Oven though. Yeah, I think I'm just dead then. I guess I had to bounce the Saga. I don't think I could have won this game. There's just too much. Because now they can just sack cat finale for 1. I mean, sure, they get cat and then they kill me. Alright, let's just not waste any more time. Just dead to that. Okay. I think I like the Rest in Peace. I like the Engineered Explosives. Celestial Purge is decent. Same with Aether Gust. All these cards are fine. I don't know if Purge is enough. I mean, I can just straight up exile Asmo or Cat. Plus any like random planeswalkers they might have. Seems pretty good. Force Negation, not bad. Kind of expensive to utilize. I actually think I like 1 Verdict. Cryptic is a little slow. The Fairy is actually not that great. Can go down on Teferi. I'll keep 1. Maybe I just cut Snapcaster Mage since I'm bringing in Rest in Peace. A lot of times I do like to leave it in because it's good enough, but I think these cards are worth it. I think they're good. Do I want a second Verdict? Extra Verdict's not bad, honestly. It's a little clunky though. Let's just try it like this. Maybe I am supposed to have Verdict, but who knows? Tricked up. Play first, I would. Let's keep this hand. We're also on the draw there, and we kept a clunky hand, so we kind of just fell behind early. We need to like start playing counters and stuff sooner than we did. I'll just play Flooded Strand and pass here. I will opt though. Probably get Island. Thought sees me. All right, I'll just let that resolve. I don't like to opt in response to these things usually. If they want to take opt here, that's fine. I'll just get a tap land. They'll probably take Counterspell or Teferi is my guess. I guess they could also take Arcturine Charm. Yeah, they just take Teferi. Maybe I shouldn't be siding out those Teferis, but gotta side out something, right? Let's go Island opt. I think I need mana. It's top. I have to shock here. So I can just leave up counter and then start leaving up Archmage Charm. But yeah, how awkward if I had like Field of Ruin in this hand or Plains. Look at these blue spells in my hand. Oh god. I mean, I can take control of one of the constructs. I'll counterspell any spell they play here. Yeah, I didn't think they would play anything. I mean, Archmage Charm is pretty good against Construct. So is EE. But I kind of want this to kill like the one-drop artifacts. Just gonna pass. Archmage Charm is just so good in these situations because I get to pass and then have a good effect, and Archmage Charm either steal something or counter something. And then if I don't need to play it, I can just draw cards if I want. All right, I'll just draw two with the first one. I need to draw lands here. This deck could be even on 4. Archmage Charm could be good. There's a Prismatic Ending. Seems good. All right, let's just pass. They're going to make a construct end of turn. I would bet there's going to be an Urza Saga ban if I had to make a guess. Maybe not right away, but I think it will get banned relatively soon. I should have just played a deck with this card. Okay, so they are making another construct here. Okay, then they're going to tutor an artifact. Sure. What are they going to get? A cookbook. Sure. And they Overgrown Tomb, shock. So they could play an Asmo later. Wonder if I'm supposed to gain control of Cookbook and then EE away the constructs. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll let them attack. I'll steal this. Because then I take one less damage here. Could have just waited and taken 3, but I'm fine with this. Yeah, they discard Troll King, sure. And then I get to EE this away too, actually, which is nice. And if they Asmo here, oh, they still hit for 3. This is fine though. I can actually just use this to gain life. EE for 0 here is going to be insane if they Asmo. Please do it. Nice. Yes, they get another cookbook, but I just get to 4 for 1 them for 2 mana. Yep, I see why some sideboards just have 4 of this card now. Okay. Oh, Force Negation is actually a good draw. Just cast this for 0 and then pop it right now. This is like the best EE I've ever seen. Nice. I mean, a lot of this stuff all came from just Urza Saga. Like, they had got 2 creatures and a threat from a land. That was insane. I mean, I'm still in a decent position here, but Cookbook. I think I'm just gonna Force of Negation this. Just cast. Just don't want them to be able to start making foods for that Troll King and discarding cards, so just get that out of there. Wow, third cookbook, okay. I can Prismatic Ending that, which I'm gonna do. Yeah, maybe it should just, maybe this deck should just be on 4 ending as well. Okay, let's get that out of there. They can make a food. They discard a Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Sure. Not planning to discard any cards with this cookbook. Now just looking to draw a 5 fairy. I mean, I have this Cryptic here. And we have 3 cards left, 1 food in play. Yeah, this is looking reasonable. Just in a holding pattern here. It's fun to play some Modern again. Especially with some new cards and getting to play my sweet Mercadian Mask counterspells. Let's go. I'm actually a little bit ahead on time, surprisingly. So they're just straight black-green food, not Jund. Sometimes they also have Trail of Crumbs now, I've seen. Speaking of, or is it Troll? Yep, there's Trail of Crumbs. Counter draw. Definitely countering Trail of Crumbs. Another path is fine. Now we just, again, need Jace or Teferi at some point. Triome. Just gonna cycle. This just returns creatures, right? Yeah. Just cycle now. I'll play land, pass. I'm almost out of like protection as far as counters because I only have a counter spell left. Cauldron Familiar. All right, well, I'm just gonna path that. Much rather path it than counter it because I'd rather it be an exile and I'd rather save my counter spell for a non-creature threat since I have 2 paths here. So I have nothing else really good to get with this Flooded Strand. I could just keep it in play for Jace. I think that's better. There's Opt. Now, should I sack it? I don't think so. Let's just Opt right now. Bottom. Cryptic. Okay, Cryptic is good. I figured this would be a grindy league playing this deck. Got to be careful to just overall in the league to try to stay ahead on time. What is this? Is this a finale? Oh, it's cast Street Wraith. I think I want to just Cryptic counter draw. I guess I could just path it. I'd rather say path for Troll King though. Just gonna counter draw. Because then I get to draw a card here, draw towards my planeswalkers and stuff. And there we go. Nice. That should probably lock it up. We just controlled the game well enough here. And then I still have a counterspell and a rest in peace. Nice. By fairy. I can also play rest in peace too. Yeah, they just concede to that. That's kind of what this card does. This is why I wanted 3 of them, because there's a lot of situations if you just like interact 2 or 3 times, play a 5 fairy, they can't, if they can't kill it, it's just like it wins the game so often. This card is just great. Okay. I mean, they were very scared of Teferi Time Raveler. It also bounces Urza Saga tokens pretty well. All right, maybe we just go one more. I mean, Aether Gust is a little bit sketchy. It does counter, it puts Asmo back on top. It's red and black. I just feel like it's good enough. It gets finale. It doesn't get cat. It doesn't get hand disruption. Maybe I'm not supposed to have it, but I feel like it can be just like a pretty big blowout. I can put Troll King back on top of their deck, which may or may not be good. I'm just wishing I had more EE and more Prismatic Ending. I think a lot of the blue white lists I looked at had 2 Engineer Explosive, and I was like, I don't know if I need 2. Oh, this is 61 cards. You can just do 1 Aether Gust in this matchup. All right, get another Teferi in there. Let's go. Maybe it was better the other way, but who knows? Who knows? This will be fine. This hand's actually just not good. Still think I'm going to keep. I have an opt. They kept 7. I just don't really want to mulligan in this matchup. I'm going to F6 even though I might want to represent force here, but wow, just turn 1 Asmo. Please, no. All right. They get the cookbook. It's just insane. 1 mana 3/3 draw card. Really insane. Let's pass. Even if they Thoughtseize me, I'll probably just let it resolve because they probably will not take opt. And I don't want to opt into a good card and have them take that. It's just insane. And this just combos with itself. You just get the cookbook and then start making food for it. I mean, we don't really have creatures for this to be good against, but still. Gotta get up to these J's here. Cookbook. Oh, Goose. Goose is fine. Makes a food. Who knew when food came out that they'd print so much food support? I don't think anybody knew. Wow, this is an insane draw from them. It's gonna take something good here. Wow. And a witch's oven as well, and they have cookbook in hand. It's disgusting. Counterspell. I feel like I need to draw this. It's just a really good piece of interaction that I can have on this turn. Could have played Flooded Strand, but I think this is fine. They can start making constructs. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to have the second verdict against this deck as well. Again, I'm a little bit rusty here, especially when it comes to modern. Taking 3. Do they not have another land? Cauldron Familiar, and they have Witch's Oven. That is disgusting. I mean, I'm not countering this, so just let it resolve. Another Urza's Saga. Okay. And not legendary. Look at that. It's insane. I don't know how many times I can say that it's insane, but it is. Let's bottom that. There's an island. So they can tap Goose to make a construct here. And I draw a Celestial Purge. What I can do? Oh, I could have done this in game 1, right? I Archmage Charm their Asmo rather than letting them untap with it and take it as an untapped blocker. That's a mistake. So I can take their Asmo, but then I'm kind of dying to Witch's Oven. Maybe I'll be able to purge Cat at some point in the future. I could just go play Island Pass here. Sack 2 foods, target creature deals 6 damage to itself. Are they really going to do that to kill itself? Probably not. Alright, let's just pass. I definitely need to play Archmage Charm, so then next turn I can play Purge plus Counterspell. So they're going to make... Oh, they're going to sack Cauldron Familiar here. Are they going to bring it back end of turn? see if they do. Oh, they're just gonna make a construct. It's a 3/3. But they can make more constructs to make them bigger. Okay. Let's just let these, or as a saga trigger happens, and then it's just so insane. Okay, they are bringing back Cat. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Yep, I think I need to take Asmo here with Charm still. The problem is they're still going to get this Cat cycle going if I don't purge it now, but they're literally going to make a construct, get another artifact. So that's 2 more artifacts. So this will be, and then they can sack this. Yeah, they're gonna have like at least 2 more artifacts. So attacking for 4 with that construct, and then 7. I think I still just need to take Asmo. It's gonna be rough. I might need to top deck like a Verdict or something here. They can just get another Witch's Oven. So yeah, I also needed to exile Cat there. I just can't do enough. I'm just too far behind with my clunky blue-white control deck. Okay, they're making a construct. And get cookbook. And when they go to combat, I think I'm just still stealing Asmo. But yeah, I'm in trouble. I just can't afford to gain control of Witch's Oven or something. So I just have to do this. Oh, then they just sack it. Duh, I could have gained control of it at a different time. I just messed up here. That was just wrong. Then they just hit for 5, 6. I'm dead now. Hmm. So if I had gained control of Asmo at the correct time, when Witch's Oven was tapped, would that have done anything? I guess I could have gained control of this. It's just like a land just provides way too much value. I just can't keep up with that. So I'm at 5. I'm literally just dead here. GG's. I messed that up at the end, but I think I was losing that game. Their draw was just really nice. I think they had just a little bit better draws than me overall in the match, and I think their deck's honestly better as well. All right, 0-1. I didn't play that well there, but let's go round 2. All right, welcome to round 2 here. I'll keep this hand. It's not very good, but it's kind of been where we're at so far with this deck. Okay, we might be up against Ponza. Looks to be the case. Classic glacial fortress being awkward here. I think it is Ponza still. Yeah. Blood Moon. Sprawl into Blood Moon. Pillage. Yep. Keep playing. Keep on keeping on here. We'll see how many, like, if they're on Fury. I guess they could just play a Fury right now. Clothis, sure. Arbor, okay, they have infinite mana with 1 card left. Draw a blue-black source. Gonna just need to opt here, obviously. They should probably get basic here. All right, well, they just allow me to use my Field of Ruin, which is nice for me. I might be able to eventually get rid of that Clothis. Do they really need mana here? That's scary. Why didn't they just exile their pillage? I guess they don't really know what I'm on. If I go glacial into watery, they think I'm Esper control. Renin 6. Okay, I should have tried to look for force and negation there. That was a mistake. Colossus is just active right now. I'm just getting crushed in this league. I could have just mulliganed this hand as well. Jeez. Makes sense. I think my opponent's draws have also just been pretty strong. Okay, well, we're dead here. I'm just going to go to the next one. I mean, I was going to draw some lands, but it just was not going to be enough. Okay, let's get some Aether Gusts in, Celestial Purge in. Verdict. Feel like it's good enough. I think it's good. Force negation is kind of necessary. Teferi is actually pretty good. I can go down on some of these planeswalkers. I can go down on an Archmage Charm. I can get a little greedy and just like maybe cut some ops as well. Because I often want to be playing removal spells early on. I know that's like not really good logic, but I'm going to do it. I don't think I want Timely or Mystical or Dispel or Veto. EE's not bad. They have a fair amount of things that cost 1, but I don't think I want it here. I think I do want Supreme Verdict. Man, these hands. I do have 25 lands. I need to just go to 5. And they kept 7. Jeez. Well, this is actually good for a 5. So I can put back Watery Grave, Flooded. Oh no, yeah. I want to keep Flooded Strand actually because I want to be able to get a basic with it. So let's just put back Mystic Gate, play around Blood Moon a little bit here so I can go Triome, and then turn 2 I'll play Flooded Strand so I can get a basic Plains, and then I can have basic Plains, basic Island out. Okay. I'll have Aether Gust up on 2, which is nice. Okay, that's actually not a bad draw. I'm not going to gust the Sprawl right now. I'd rather make them make a play and then gust that. Okay. I will gust it. Plains. See if they put it on the top or bottom. It'd be good if they put it on top for me, because I don't really care about Blood Moon. I get to go to Fairy Bounce Sprawl here. They put it on top. Nice. My mana is reasonable here. Purge. That is awesome. Definitely bounce Sprawl here, draw a card. I mean, this was a 5, but this has been our best hand yet. And if they go like red source, like red land, Blood Moon here, I can just purge it. Arbor Elf. And they have the bolt. Damn. Okay. I mean, this makes so much mana. I think I'm just going to hope they play more creatures and then I can just Verdict on the next turn. So I'll just Flooded Strand, get another island. So I just don't care about Blood Moon at all. Fine with like a Bloodbraid Elf into another creature. Then I'll just untap and Verdict. Just wanted to get a little more value out of the Verdict than just Arbor Elf. So, oh, it is a Bloodbraid. Why'd they float 1 mana? Oh, because they wanted a red floating? Sprawl? Sure. Okay. And then just bolt me. That's fine. I'll take 3 down to 13, and then I'm just going to, again, Verdict. So I think I want to get basic island here. We know they have a Blood Moon in hand. And then I have another island, which is really nice. Ooh, Cryptic is good too. Can I take more damage? I think I'd just now rather cut them off mana. They'll probably just, I guess Blood Moon, they know it doesn't really do anything. Would be nice to have Cryptic up. I have a Purge. I should just go for Verdict now. Because if they Blood Moon also, I have to deal with that before I Verdict. So let's just do this. Cuts them off 2 mana, saves me life. I have a Purge for any red threat, and I do still have Cryptic. Another Bloodbraid Elf. That would not be ideal. Okay, it's a Clothis. That's fine. Okay, Counterspell is good. I guess I should have maybe tapped the Rogran Triome here. I guess it doesn't matter too much. If they Blood Moon, I'm just letting that resolve for sure. Yep. I could also just bounce their Forest here with Cryptic. Bounce the Forest right now. I can't cast this Verdict. So that was one of my worst draws. It's like my only double white spell. That's annoying. I mean, I'm killing double Utopia Sprawl. They like likely can't cast spells. Let's do it. Can I draw a path? Okay, that's good. I don't know if I needed to do that, but I feel like this just locks them out of so much. They have no more red sources. I have a counter, I have a path. Just waiting to draw a Teferi here, Jace. Yep, that is fine. Prismatic Ending. Okay. Well, I can actually kill Blood Moon with that, but I don't care. So I'd rather just kill something else with it. I like my chances in this game. I'm going to need to draw, a threat, a Planeswalker at some point. Just cast Bone Crusher Giant. Am I fine to just path that? I think so. I'd rather save Counterspell for some other type of threat. I know I take 2 damage here, but that's okay. They were pretty aggressive with their Lightning Bolts. I guess that does give them a mana. Okay. Teferi is actually pretty good. Let's just plus it. It also allows me in future turns to play Prismatic Ending at instant speed, which is definitely relevant. If they play like a Fury here, I'm just going to counter it for sure. A Bloodbraid Elf. They cannot Cascade with the Teferi out though. So I'll probably just counter the Bloodbraid Elf with the counterspell. Sucks I have to do that, but yeah, you're not able to Cascade with the Fairy Time Raveler in play, like I mentioned in the deck tech. Ooh, Archmage Charm, that's a good one. Would like to draw 2 with it, but I'll just pass for now. Now we just need a Jace or a Teferi 5. There's a Stomp on Teferi. I think I'm just going to counter this, otherwise they get to just cast the Bone Crusher Giant as well. Let's just counter. Because then I just have to deal with Bone Crusher anyway, so it's kind of like I get a 2-for-1 because this is just a 2-for-1. Okay. There's a Plains. Okay, now I can Verdict at instant speed too, which is something. Bone Crusher is not one that I want to bounce, obviously. 4 mana. Karn the Great Creator. Wow, I actually have nothing to answer that because of Blood Moon. I cannot Prismatic Ending it. Okay, see what they get. Kind of in trouble though. I mean, depending on what it is, I can bounce it with Teferi and deal with it, but yeah, it's a problem. What are they gonna get? For some reason, I wasn't expecting them to have Karn the Great Creator. Pithing Needle. Okay, well, I just have to exile that, I suppose, with Prismatic Ending. Oh, then they can get it with Karn again because it's an exile. Jeez. And I'm gonna have to do that, I think, because then I can draw cards with the fairy. So I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, so I just can't Prismatic Ending the Karn, unfortunately. See if they know, because this says -2 reveal an artifact you own from outside the game, or choose a face-up artifact card you own in exile and get that card into your hand. All right, now I need to draw cards, especially because I know they have Needle. There's a Purge. I don't think I need to rush on Purge. Can exile a creature with that potentially. And I also don't have instant speed Verdict up now. Be interesting if they just Karn minus get Needle again. Not sure if they're going to do that. Wouldn't be surprised though. Yep, they got Pithing Needle. They got the one from Exile, yeah. Okay. They answered my Teferi Time Raveler. Now can I draw my Jace or my 5 Fairy? Thought I would have this game for sure, but just been kind of drawing fluff here. Ren and 6. Okay, well, I'll just exile that with Purge. They have way more Planeswalkers than I expected. Deals 1 damage to Teferi, sure. Let's see if they just bolt Teferi now too, after naming it. Arbor Elf, sure. Wow, this lag is pretty bad. They have a Blood Moon and 2 blanks in hand. Karn at 1. Man, this lag is bad. I think I'm going to need to restart Magic Online between rounds here. But yeah, not drawing anything good. Oh, if they make Needle a creature, I can just Wrath. That would be really greedy of them to do. Pillage, kill planes. Okay, I can no longer cast Verdict. They have 1 card and 1 Blood Moon in hand. Attacking Teferi. Wonder if Ping Me, Attack Me would have been better. Probably not. Jeez, this is gross. Now they can get another artifact, but they'll probably just plus again. Now if they draw like another pillage, they get my other planes. Which would be pretty bad for me. Wow, they're casting Blood Red Elf into Teferi rather than wait. I think that's not that great of a play. They're not attacking with Arbor Elf. Okay. I'm definitely in trouble here, though. I don't really have much going on. Yeah, the pillage on the plains was brutal. They also have a Karn that they're going to take down here. Hopefully it's a non-creature artifact and not a worm coil or something here. Liquid metal coating. Makes sense. Like I thought I had this game for sure locked up. And Ren 6 top deck? Jeez. I definitely didn't play that tight in round one, but this was just kind of brutal. Alright. There's a Snapcaster Mage. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to have to play it end of turn. Because of Ren 6. I guess I'm not going to be able to do that. I can Snap Purge the Ren 6. I don't really want to Snap Verdict. I could Snap Cryptic. But then I don't really have blue mana left. Snap Archmage Charm doesn't really do anything. I don't want to Snap Gust. That just seems worse than Snap Purge. I could just let them go to combat and then go Snap Purge the Ren 6 and then block the Bloodbraid Elf. I mean, I can just do that right now, though. I'm just going to do it now. Just going to Snap Purge the Ren 6. And then I can block the BBE. Oops, I shouldn't have tapped blue. I guess it doesn't really matter. It just kind of shows what I have. I wonder if there's anything I could have done with like Cryptic Bouncing Snap. I don't really think so. They still have that Karn sitting there. I think I need to block here. I don't really want to go to 1. They just drew a land that they played. There's a Teferi that doesn't do anything. Pretty brutal. I guess it just stops Cascade. Okay, they draw land. They minus. Do they get something that kills me here? Walking Ballista. That definitely kills me. Really, really surprised to lose this game. There's my 5 fairy and counterspell. I think this deck is not great, but I think it's better than it's played out so far. Let's just jam another one and see what happens. At least just for testing. Protect to play first, yes. I'll keep this hand. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of these land light hands. I mean, again, I do have 25 lands in the deck. I have a Force of Negation here. Oh no, is this the mirror? It's bottom. Just want lands. Looking pretty awkward with this counter here. Oh no, it's the mirror, some type of mirror. I'm just saying oh no because it's gonna take forever. Okay. All right. Well, we hit a land just in time. I'm gonna snap op end of turn. Not gonna counter that. Pretty sure this is just the mirror. Definitely have to play fast. See if they counterspell this. I guess I could force this. It's pretty good value. I'd have to force pitch counterspell. But then I have a 2-1 in play, which is pretty annoying for them. I could force pitch Cryptic. I'm just gonna force pitch counterspell. They can't force back, and I do want to opt here. Plus, just getting the value out of the snap, I think is worth. I don't know if this is right, but having a snap in play in this type of mirror is pretty annoying. Like when my opponents do this to me, it's really like again frustrating to play against. Probably just gonna slam Jace here. They need force of negation. I guess I'll start by attacking, and then just slam Jace Brainstorm. Especially with another Planeswalker. Yep, this is just the straight up mirror. I might just end up slamming 5 Fairy again next turn. Just like, that's kind of why I wanted to slam Jace. Yeah, this is just the mirror. Okay. All right, well, I can Teferi tuck the Jace, and then they're going to play a 5 Fairy too, maybe? Oh, hopefully I could just leave the Jace in play, attack it, and then play a 5 Fairy. Why don't I just play the 5 Fairy and see if it resolves before doing anything else? Subtlety. Put target creature or planeswalker spell. I forgot this worked on planeswalkers. Okay. Well, I definitely don't have subtlety. Let's put it on top. Attack Jace. Opponent is hanging in there. They actually might even be ahead. Now they're going to bottom the Teferi. Interesting. They have 2 cards. They're going to play a 5 Fairy. No. Wow, their draw was good. 2 free spells, and then they were able to get both planeswalkers down, and I just have nothing. Could have just left up the Cryptic the turn I played the Jace, but felt like it was pretty good to just play it. Oh man, I'm getting wrecked this league. I'm getting absolutely wrecked. I think I need to attack Jace. Probably need to bounce one of these planeswalkers here. It's just brutal. They were able to just counter both of my planeswalkers. And they go draw a card, then brainstorm. It's insane. Prismatic Ending. It is cast of 2 colors, okay. Just thinking, how greedy can I get to go Cryptic, bounce, Snapcaster Mage here, draw a card. I don't know if it's right, but I think I'm actually just going to do it. Whoops, did I really mistap? Come on. Oh, I need another blue source. Okay, let's just get an island. I probably should have gotten Watery Grave. I guess this is like also ultra greedy. If they just have Path, I get blown out. Oh, they just counter the Cryptic? Okay. Sure. I'm just dead now. Just not my league. Guess I'm just going to draw right now. Counterspell. Okay. Wow. That was like one of the biggest thrashings in the mirror I've ever had. I have good sideboard here. Mystical Dispute, Veto, Dispel. That's a lot. I can take out. They do have Subtlety, but I'm just going to try to counter that. I can just sideboard like this. I could also just leave in like one path. But what am I really siding out then? Man, I feel like I can't like win a game this league. Again, I don't know if this deck is that great, but obviously some people are playing it, playing the mirror right here. I guess we're in the O2 bracket though. All right, keep a couple force negations here. Definitely press no. Okay, I need to start using those hotkeys more, just so I can continue to play fast. Can also just hard cast force and negation, which is nice. Peak. Wow. Peak is fine. They know I don't have anything I can hard cast here, but sure. Just gonna get the Triome. Have nothing to cast anyway. Counterspell is decent. Just pass with counters and charm up here. Would love to set up a world where I can resolve this to fairy, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Prismatic Ending just seems like it should be a 4 of. It just seems so strong to me. I could not Archmage Charm here, but I think I still want to. I could have done it next turn to try to set up resolving to fairy. Flusterstorm, wow. I was not planning to force back on that anyway. Okay, Dispel is good. Now I can force something with Dispel up. Like Hardcast Force, I mean. So I'm just going to be passing a lot here. Okay, there's Opt. I think I will Opt, actually. Because I could hit a land, even if I bottom something. Jace. I mean, that is pretty good. Kind of want lands at this point, but I think I'm supposed to keep a Jace. Snapcaster Mage. I was going to say, I might want to consider counterspelling something so I can have Dispel up also. They might set up and jam a Planeswalker though, but I'm going to counter this. They let it go. And then if they slam a Planeswalker, I think I need to force pitch force and then have Dispel backup. I guess I could just force pitch Dispel. I don't know if they're going to here. They do. Okay, well, definitely need to force this. Just what am I pitching? I guess they have counter backup, so I need to just do this and then just start jamming Planeswalkers. They'll probably counter back here, honestly. And I just dispel that, which isn't bad. And then I get to just resolve Jace or Teferi. This matchup's just so funny. If I draw a land, I'm going to slam 5 Fairy. If I don't, I'm obviously slamming a Jace. Veto. Veto is tempting to do nothing, but they also need to have Force of Negation here, and then they go down to 1 card. It's Brainstorm. That's something. Jeez. I need them to not do anything too crazy. Oh, I should have put back 1 Time Raveler, but this could end up mattering, actually. I don't even know what order I put those back in. Dispute. That's what I wanted to draw anyway. Can just tap like this. They're gonna just get so much value here. I'm drawing a veto. Do I want to draw a card this turn? I guess next turn. So I'm gonna guarantee basically get to resolve my Teferi if I draw a land. I know I'm drawing veto next. I can't let them sit here for too long. I think drawing a card now to try to find a land is worth. It's a Jace. Oh, did we know Jace was there? Gonna play it. Could plus to play around like subtlety, but they would. Oh, they can't play it, duh, because of Teferi. Never mind. Oh, no lands. Jeez, that's not good. And this is still anybody's game for sure. I think I might want to. I guess I could have. Oh, they have a Teferi. Jeez. I guess I can bounce their Teferi hero before it can minus. Then they just replay it though. They untap 2 lands, but I have a 3 fairy out. I think I just start with Brainstorm. It's gonna plus this. I could start with Cryptic Bounce something. I mean, I could bounce this, and then I can, but then I don't have mana. Why don't I could also just start with Archmage Charm. I draw 2 cards right now. I think I'm gonna do that actually. Mystic Gate kind of pulling its weight here. I draw 2, then I Brainstorm. There's a land. But is it too late? Perhaps. Don't think I need double snap or double veto here. I gotta remember also that they have a Teferi Time Raveler out right now. So I can't veto anything. I could opt on my turn, put a bad card somewhere, but my hand is entirely pretty good. I could just play a Snapcaster Mage as a threat. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'll just leave an opt on top of my deck, I suppose. I guess I'll put a Teferi second. No, I'll put a veto second. Then I'm just gonna play a Snapcaster Mage, as weird as that is. Okay. So they plus 5 fairy, plus Teferi Time Raveler. Oh, they have a Colonnade? I didn't even realize they had that. So they're gonna attack my Teferi Time Raveler, maybe? Maybe Jace, I'm not sure. I might be able to get out of this, but Colonnade's gonna just crush me here. So they get my Time Raveler, sure. I'm gonna try to kill their Time Raveler. Another Time Raveler. Bounce Snapcaster Mage. Sure. And then they could even have a counterspell now. Jesus. This is just gross. I could Brainstorm, and then I could just play 3 fairy. Sure. Not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do here. I think I need to plus. They can Colonnade attack Jace. Sure. Just Snapcaster Mage opt here. Neither control deck can play any counter spells. Pretty funny. Bottom. Pass. I just got choked on mana on like key turns when I was on 4 mana and I couldn't get to 5. Again, I'm probably also just not playing that great. They cast Peak. Yep. They see what we got. I didn't want to just jam 5 fairy last turn because then I thought I might just get countered. Plus, their colonnade is just like sitting there threatening me. Tuck Teferi Time Raveler. Their Teferi heroes at 1. They're just not going. Are they not going to attack with colonnade? Okay. This is just so brutal because if I just go to bounce this, then they can have a counter spell because they have Teferi Time Raveler. So I think I just lose. Might want to even plus Jace here. I have no cryptics in the yard. Return target permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card. I just seriously doubt this is going to work. And I can't counter back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, but now they can't activate. Okay. So now I go attack Teferi Time Raveler. No path one time. Archmage Charm. They draw 2. I can't respond. Okay. Now I have to plus Jace to play around Colonnade attacking it. Just plus on them. Counterspell, put it on the bottom. Yes. Veto is pretty nice to have in this matchup for sure. Teferi Time Raveler is just in a lot of ways better than Teferi Hero. They do different things, but yeah, Time Raveler is pretty insane. I'm probably not going to finish out this league. Even if I win this game, I might end it after this. I might play one more. We'll see. Snapcaster Mage. Okay. What are they going to get? An Archmage Charm right now? Okay. They're going to draw 2. I feel like it's fine. I don't want something worse to resolve, so yeah, it's fine. Just not going to play anything here. They can block with Colonnade here. Why don't I go Rainstorm? If there's Prismatic Ending and critically Teferi Time Raveler. Let's put back Plains. Opt. Go Flooded Strand. Just cycle this now. Just gonna get this. I don't think my life total really matters. And then start with a Teferi Time Raveler. Again, this is just critical to have in play. Archmage Charm, counter target spell. Let's veto this. And they path my Snapcaster Mage right now. So if I veto this path, I'm gonna have a Teferi down. I think I want to veto this path as well. They opt, sure. They have to do things before Teferi resolves. I already used Jace. But I could try to bounce their Snapcaster Mage and then kill their 5 Fairy, which I think I'm going to do if I'm able to. Wow. They're putting Teferi back on the top or bottom of the library. Jeez. That was an insane subtlety. Targeting Teferi Time Raveler. I'll put it on top. They have 2 cards left. They just used all the cards in their hand. Jeez. I think I need to attack Teferi. That was a lot. Trade snaps. I'm drawing a 3 Fairy. Their Colonnade is just causing so many problems, honestly. Yeah, they hit Jace down to 1. Can Teferi tuck? Maybe should have had 1 or 2 paths like I thought. Teferi Time Raveler. Do I want to play that first? I think I do. All right, let's brainstorm. Infinite Prismatic Endings. Okay. These aren't actually that good. It's plus 5, 3 Fairy. And I have Snap counter up. Snap Dispel. Snap Dispute if I want. That might do something. They have 17 cards in library as well. So they have to be able to win. I guess they can win with Colonnade relatively quickly. Are they going to attack Jace? I'll just let that happen if that's the case. They even have 5 Fairy plus Colonnade, which is actually kind of annoying. Yeah, neither player really has paths here. So they're killing Jace. And I know I'm drawing 2 Prismatic Endings on top, which is annoying. I don't have any ops in the yard, do I? No. I don't really want to play a Snapcaster for no value here, especially with this Time Raveler in play. So I'm just not going to. I can go plus, and I can go play to Fairy, resolve it, and then plus to Fairy too. Yeah, let's just do that. Then I can still have Snap counter up. And they can't kill either of my Planeswalkers here. They're going to scry too, that's fine. I think I'm winning this game because I think they're going to mill. I'm pretty far behind on time though. This is only game 2, right? They're tucking my Teferi Time Raveler. That's annoying. I don't think there's anything I can do. Okay, it resolves. Jeez. I'm gonna try to snap counter it. Probably won't work. Oh god. This is why I'm using a lot of time. Just because, again, I'm not really familiar with this deck or haven't played much Modern recently, so I guess I can snap Veto. Veto is really nice in this matchup. It's just like say no to whichever spells you want. Activate Colonnade, attack 5 Fairy. Okay. They have 4 cards in hand, 16 in library. Need to start using 3 for okay. That's what it is, right? Yeah. Path the Snap. Don't really want to use the ability because I have a 3 fairy that's in the library somewhere right there, so no. Let's go land. I guess I should have plussed first. Archmage Charm. Let's go. I'll draw 2. Then I can play Teferi. They have Force of Negation? I'm surprised they have this. It's Mystical Dispute it. Then Teferi Time Raveler. Right? Or do I want a Snapcaster? Just leave up Snap plus Cryptic or something here. I think I do. I could also just, while they're tapped out, Snap Cryptic the Colonnade right now. I think I'm going to do that. It's a weird line, but I like it. I'm just like having trouble like clicking through this, honestly. Which is why I'm so far behind on time. I could time out, certainly. And these are my first couple games with the deck in a long time, and on Magic Online it can be tough. Right, they scry on upkeep. A plus. And I'm gonna get to play a Teferi, which is nice. Jace, bounce. No, brainstorm. Wow. I'm gonna be impressed if they are able to win this game. I can also prismatic ending the Jace. I just can't prismatic ending the Teferi because I only have 4 colors of mana. I should have maybe sided some of these out too, like one or two of them, but these can kill Teferi Time Raveler, so. Did I miss that earlier? I don't think I had them when they had Teferi Time Raveler. And there's, oh, have I just not drawn a Field of Ruin in the top 35 cards? Snapcaster Mage, Path, Archmage's Charm. They're gonna draw more cards. They're down to 10 cards in library. So interesting. And Field of Ruin is good. Draw. I need to just try to take game actions and play fast here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, wow, that resolved. That's kind of crazy, honestly. Let's go play Field of Ruin. Let's go white, white, blue. Prismatic ending this. Done. Attack 5 fairy. Plus this. Then I have 4 mana total. But because of how I tapped, I have to wait till my end step. Then I won't have counterspell up if I want to exile this. Just did not play perfectly here. Actually might be okay. So do I want to prismatic ending the Jace? I think so. So let's go white, blue. Red, black. Prismatic ending this. Okay, go. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to win the last game, but I'll try. Another Jace. Okay, it's fine. I can just prismatic ending that too. So I should have this game, but crazy. Oh, Cryptic bounced that. That's annoying. Okay. I can kill the colonnade now. Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Their Jace is at 3. Snapcaster Path. Sure. Fine with this. Just get another island. I'll opt here. Just gonna time out. Nice. Bottom. Playing as fast as I can. It's plus. There's a Cryptic. Okay, Cryptic isn't bad. Let's go to Fairy. Counter. Nice. Now I can go blue, white, red, black, prismatic ending the Jace. Then just plus to fairy. Then pass with some spells up. And they have 7 cards in library. Yeah, I'm just not sure what they can do here. I mean, they can just try to use my time. I'll let that resolve down to 4 cards. All right, I can Field of Ruin that. This is what happens. This is why I do not like to play this deck at something like a GP, because the games go really long. I'll opt, sure. Even though I probably shouldn't be. And they concede. So I have 6 minutes to win the last game. I'm probably going to sideboard accordingly and just have like, I guess I have like all my threats already. So, geez. I'm going to have to just try to jam as fast as possible. I think I can go bring in path. 1 path. Can even take out like, they still have some snaps. So I think I can just do like this. I do want the prismatic endings actually because it kills Teferi, can kill Jace like we saw late game. Whew. I feel like likely I'm gonna time out, but if I can get ahead early with like a Teferi hero, maybe I can just close the door. I'm just gonna try to F6 a lot. They have subtleties and I don't. Interesting. Just a straight up mirror here, huh? I'm probably not gonna jam. That's fine. I'm not gonna jam Teferi Time Raveler on 3. Just gonna try to naturally draw lands. Peak is Peak is interesting. Feel like it's just worse than opt. Maybe they have it in addition. I think jamming Teferi there is not a good choice. If they Archmage Charm, I'm gonna dispel it. I think that's a fine use of my mana. Hmm. Not looking good, especially time-wise. But again, I'll try to play fast. They know about the counterspell from the peak. Hmm. Yep. This just wasn't my league. Oh, I have to discard? Jeez. Should have played Teferi probably. Maybe not. I don't know if that would. I think that just doesn't really work out well for me. I have to just discard again here. It's just brutal. I'll try to end of turn Archmage Charm draw 2. Because I guess I could have just played it on my turn, but I think that's not a good choice either. Are they going to counter or are they just going to draw? And I discarded both the paths. Classic. Just try to play Jace. They're going to counter it. I guess Watery Grave. Oh, they don't counter it. It's plus on myself. Leave it on top. 5 minutes remaining. Are they going to just slam like a 5 fairy here and tuck my Jace or something? Or do they just not have anything? Next turn I can play Time Raveler with counter up. Okay, well no, doesn't do anything. I'll bounce the snap. It's pretty good. Colonnade, jeez. I do have a Field of Ruin. I guess I just need to use that now. Let's just go Brainstorm. And then I can Field of Ruin. There's Force of Negation as well. Okay, I'm doing stuff. Let's go put back to Fairy. Counterspell. Play Field of Ruin. Just kill this now. I guess they can Snapcaster Mage as well. Island, do I just go for this? The Prismatic Ending? I think I just pass. I guess I could try to play Time Raveler here. No, that's better next turn. I'm just gonna pass. Oh no, oh no, they have fucking Teferi out. What am I doing? I should have just jammed something. Oh, they snap peak. And they get to attack my Jace as well. Yep, that was bad. I needed to jam either Teferi or Prismatic Ending there. Not, I just wasn't thinking about Teferi passive because I was trying to play fast. Yep, brutal league for me. Not really a league I like to show off, but I'm down to post it anyway. Plus, target me. Do they just not even have Field of Ruin? I don't think they do. Let's go to Fairy. They have a counter. Let's go Prismatic Ending this. Another counter. Snapcaster Mage counter. I'm just gonna concede at this point. Just a brutal league here. I'm gonna drop. I think I just need practice with the deck as well. I made a lot of mistakes. I don't know if I could have won match 1. I think I maybe could have won match 3 there if I had been more experienced with the deck. So fun deck. I would definitely not be taking it to a GP or anything. I'm also just like, again, rusty at Modern, so that probably wasn't the best deck choice for me from like my first league back to Modern in a while. Just because you need to know the meta pretty well and all, but it was still fun to try. It felt definitely rough, but yeah, a lot of fun. Gonna drop from this league. We can go back to the deck list real quick here. Let's see. What would I change moving forward? Um, I mean, I definitely would want another Force Negation. Like I said, I couldn't afford it. Um, Prismatic Ending did seem very good. Maybe three is the right number. Four Field of Ruin maybe is just too much in this meta, and two planes seems bad. I probably wouldn't do that. Again, I'd probably have one planes, even with the Verdict. I think that's fine. Maybe even another Mystic Gate, because that was pretty good. Yeah, I think just like 25 lands, we didn't see the right number of lands. And again, I played pretty sloppy, so I think this league is kind of on me. But still, hope you had fun watching. Yeah, not the best result, but that'll happen. My channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. If you like this content, you want to see more, please sub to my channel. Appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time. Peace.